Just talking mess. What's going on? Welcome to Rated R for Reviews. Oh yeah, I'm good. My audio's good. All right, cool. Appreciate everybody joining us on Rated R for Reviews, man. Again, here we are back another week talking about Naked and Afraid Apocalypse. The brand new season, the first season of Naked and Afraid Apocalypse, man. So yeah, this is what we're gonna be doing every week until the season ends. I'm not gonna lie to you. The way it's going, it looks like it's gonna end soon, even though they're barely on like day 11. So, dropping like zombies is what's going on here. Dropping like zombies, man. It's crazy, man. But yeah. So we're gonna talk about the new episode that just dropped on Sunday, and I just talk about a little bit. I don't know how long this live show is gonna be, but it's gonna be because it's not that much to talk about. You know what I mean? Like, and there's it's, at least when it comes, I will say this: they showed Steven's group a little more this time because the past like couple of episodes they haven't been showing Steven's group a lot, and finally they showed Steven's group a lot more in this episode. Didn't show too much of Joe. Joe is by himself. Little karma hit Joe, right? You know what I mean? Him and Kale did not get along, and all of a sudden Amber taps out the same day that Kale leaves him, and so yeah, it's just yeah, not a good uh atmosphere and first run in the apocalypse for 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 Joe here. But anyway, appreciate everybody joining us again. Hey, like the video if you haven't liked the video yet. Subscribe, of course, if you're new. Let me give my shout out to a goat James, goat James in the building, aka Chris, aka Let Me Cook This. Right quick, appreciate hey, appreciate you showing up, showing some love. I see you, goat James. He said, "Salute, DJ man, dropping like zombies is crazy, isn't it?" I know. Hey, bro, I'm telling you, man, they dropping like zombies, bro. I'm telling you, man, it's not, man. They leaving one by one, bro. We got some things to talk about. If anybody haven't seen the episode yet, spoiler alert, okay? Because I'm gonna talk about it, right? So go watch it, come back, okay, and let's talk a little bit about Naked and Afraid. So here we go. We're gonna start off with first. I have to say this. First off, shout out to Waz, okay? Waz, he was being a little bit creative in the beginning of the episode, right? And he decides to go to this abandoned house, right? And yeah, I got you, go James. I got you. He said my comment disappeared. Yeah, I don't know. You know what's funny? I saw it on my account. I clicked on the video, and then I saw it. And then when I came back just right now, it was gone. And I was like, the heck? But it's here on my StreamYard, but it's not there on the live stream. I don't know, bro. Anyway, appreciate you showing up. It don't matter, bro. I put it up there for you, brother. You know what I mean? Appreciate you, go James. You know what I mean? I got you. You feel me? But anyway, so Waz decides to be a little creative, right? And he goes to this abandoned house, and he decides he's looking around, and he decides, you know what? Huh? Look at that toilet right there. So he grabs the freaking toilet, right? He grabs the toilet and he brings it back to their camp, and he's all like, "Hey, look, we got a toilet." The toilet's all it's broken up, you know what I mean? It's all rusted and it's crusted and everything like that, you know what I mean? But but it's a toilet they can sit down, right? I mean, hey, it's something. You know what I mean? It's something, especially in this type of environment when you have nothing. You know what I mean? You got to pretty much do it like military style, where you got to go dig a hole. You know what I'm saying? And then do your business, and then cover it up with the dirt. You know what I mean? That's military style right there. That's pretty much what they got to do. So at least now they got a toilet, right? So hey, thinking outside the box, Waz, right? Shout out to Waz, man. But anyway, I would say this. I would say like this is why I said earlier that I don't know how long this live show is going to be, because mainly the main groups that I would say that got shown the most is Steven's group and Wes's group. Those two got shown the most. Waz is with Teal, right? So Waz and Teal, they got shown a little bit here and there. Joe didn't really get shown too much. I think Joe, he was kind of like, I would say the only time they showed Joe was in the beginning when he was throwing up because he ate this. He he caught this big ass moth. Right, the moth was like this big, bro. It was insane. He caught the moth, right, and then he cooked it, and then he ate it, and then he threw it up. So I mean, he had that, and then he had an encounter with a big freaking elephant. That was pretty intense. Not gonna lie to you. So the elephant was like bro, it was massive, right? It was like, I would say it was like, at first it was like maybe like 25, 30 yards away, right? And then it started walking closer to him. He's behind this now. He's behind this boma, but I mean, come on, it's a massive elephant, bro. The elephant's just gonna just walk through that. That's nothing, right? You know what I mean? And of course, elephants can run faster than you, right? So we can catch him like that. So he starts. So the elephant starts walking around this little lake that he was at, right? And he gets closer, about 20 yards away, and he's got the camera, right? He's all like, oh, he's pointing the camera at the elephant. And then the elephant gets closer to like 10 yards away, and then it faces him, and he's like, oh, bro, 10 yards away from a massive elephant, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm walking back the other way. Like, I don't know, and it's I don't see. This is where knowledge comes from, because I'm like this. If I, because he didn't move at all, so I'm like this. Okay, do I don't move like a T-Rex? This shit, maybe he won't see me, right? No, it doesn't work that way. If he charges you, you're done. You know what I mean? So, so, so anyway. Oh, look at. Okay, see, look at my wife over here talking about I'm standing my ground. You gonna get your ass trampled on. That's not gonna work. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I would say, I mean, you can't, you can't climb a tree. There's no trees, right? So you can't climb no. How you get away? Yeah, I don't know, bro. Hey, you're just done. Like, if you in a, especially in this type of environment, right? If you're in this type of environment where it's apocalyptic everywhere, right? There's dead. Everything's dead, right? There's dirt everywhere. You're in Africa, you know what I mean? It's just land, right? If an elephant charges at you, what are you gonna do? Like, you can't do nothing. So anyway, uh, Joe was there. The elephant was like 10 yards away, and Joe was like, "Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I'm done." Like, luckily, luckily the elephant didn't charge at him, but yeah, that's look, oh, look at she talking about charge back. You know what? See, you're not. Oh my God, Dead Spectre in the building. I see you, bro. Hey, appreciate you, Dead Spectre. Salute, man. Appreciate you showing up, showing some love, man. I see you. He said Joe with the Scorpions is fire. Hey, man, very smart. That is a reliable source of protein. Did you get to check out the Outlast? Oh, you know what? I did. I watched 2 episodes of Outlast. I did. Fire freaking show. And I'm gonna wait for my wife. I want to I want to let my wife watch it with me. So we're gonna watch it together. So we're trying to find some time. You know what I mean? Busy schedules, right? So, but I watched the first two episodes, and I like it a lot, man. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, this way. Hey, I like the old man though. And all right, let me go. Oh, see, damn it, that freaking Dead Spectre. Hold on, let me say this, because I like the old man in that episode, or in the season, right? Everybody has these freaking like alpha type of personalities, right? And it's funny because everybody's like, hey, I don't like people telling me what to do, but they're the ones that's telling them what to do, and everybody's telling each other what to do, right? But they all don't like it, and it's hilarious, right? Except that one old man was like, you know what, man? Hey, I don't care, man. Y'all do what y'all want to do. I like him, bro. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna keep watching it though, man. I like that. I like it so far though. It's great, and it's got this like military vibe too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's got like the way they do like the editing and stuff like that. It has like what do you call, like covert ops type stuff, to where when they do the maps, like it has like this little, when you see like the movies, to where it's like they show you like a map, and they show like a little red dot, and the red dot starts blinking. You know what I'm saying? And it has like little lines that come like covert ops. Like, it's badass. You know what I mean? So I like it right off the bat. It's the first episode, man. I liked it, so I'm gonna keep watching for sure though. Appreciate that show. Appreciate it, man. So, hey, salute to Tiffany Ned. Appreciate you showing up, showing some love. Salute. Appreciate you showing up. I got you. You feel me? So, so anyway, yeah, we do. There's only 2 seasons, from what I saw. So hopefully they make more, because I'm gonna run through those 2 seasons like nothing. It's gonna be quick. So hopefully they make more. HC, yeah. You feel me? Appreciate you showing up, showing some love, HCPX. You feel me? I got you. You know what I mean? So, so anyway, let me get back to the Naked and Afraid Apocalypse, right? So, that's pretty much up with Joe. Joe, I don't know, man. Joe just he had the moth. He threw up a moth, right? He had the elephant encounter, and then he checked the little fish, the fishing basket. that Amber made, right? Nothing, of course. Like me and Des Spector talked about that last live stream, bro. The fishing basket doesn't work. Like I don't know why people make that, man. It doesn't work. Bro, do the fishing line, okay? Throw it. You know what I mean? Do that. Like, come on, bro. It's not the fishing basket never works. I don't know. I've seen it work like twice, and all the naked and afraid. Like, it doesn't work, bro. You know what I mean? Just throw the damn freaking thing, swing it back. You know what I mean? There it is. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know. Pose for a commercial. Like, you feel me? So anyway, uh, Joe's out of the picture, and so let me go. And then even Waz and Teal, like they didn't really show them too much either. I think the only time they showed them, like I said, the toilet genius for Waz to bring a toilet, right? I like that. I love it, man. And then they showed the encounter at the end with the lions. They're like super close to like lions, right? They saw like lion footprints, things like that. And then they showed them like they showed them periodically throughout the show, but it wasn't really too focused on them. But at least in this episode, you know what I mean? But it was focused a lot on Steven's group and Wes's group, and we about to talk about at least for those two we got to talk about them too. Uh, Steven, I'm gonna talk about Steven's group first. No, I'm sorry, West. We're gonna go to West group. I don't want to show you the picture yet because I updated the picture and I don't want to show it. I don't want to show it to you yet because I don't want you to. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who haven't seen it, right? And so, so so anyway, West's group, right? Now remember, West group has a team of four. Remember, Kale left Joe and went to West's group, so it's West, Steve, Miranda, and Kale, right? There's them four, right? So they're out there, they're trying to do some fishing and things like that. No go, of course, you know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, they're in a bad spot, I guess. You know what I mean? They got a pond there, but they just no luck. No luck, man. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. And then all of a sudden, Miranda starts feeling a little lightheaded, right? So she goes back and she's all like, "Oh, I'm feeling a little dizzy." Now, remember, at this moment, this is like I want to say like day seven, I think somewhere around there, 6, 7, or 8. I think it's 7, and they haven't eaten. You know what I mean? I think the only group that's really eaten was Waz's group. Remember, he caught he caught all them fish. Remember, and so Waz's group, that's the only group that's actually eaten. I don't think Steven's group eaten yet. Wes's group hasn't eaten yet, and Joe he had that freaking that big ass moth. That's it. Like, you feel me? So Miranda starts to feel a little lightheaded as and Kale's like, okay, you know what? Since you're feeling that way, let me walk you back to the camp, right? So she starts to walk her back to the camp. Uh, they call the medic out there, and the medic is like, you know what? Look, hey, your vital signs, a little bit high blood pressure, not too much, but are you okay? You know what I mean? Things like that, whatever, right? They check her vital signs. Everything seems uh it's not normal, but it's not crazy, right? So Miranda decides, you know what, I'm gonna stay. So Miranda, hey, shout out to Miranda. She tried to tough it out. You feel me? And so she decides to stay, right? But she's feeling really, really weak. You know what I mean? So she's laying down for the rest of the day at least. You feel me? And then so Kale's is staying with her, right? So I'm not gonna lie to you, Wes and Steve, they had this idea where they want to build like they want to so they're next to a pond, right? And they want to build like a W shape, or I'm sorry, a V, kind of like a V shape, putting steel barriers down right here, right? Because they feel that there's a lot of crocodiles around that's eating the fish. That's what they feel like, right? So they're like, well, you know what we're going to do is we're going to put two steel barriers in the pond to where it gives us a little bit of pond there, but then there's only a gap right there, right, to where the crocodile can't get in, but the fish can. So you make it like a little gap, not too like this, big enough for the fish, not small enough for the freaking crocodile, right? Brilliant though. I'm not gonna lie, I like that. So then now the fish get in, the crocodile can't, right? That's how they feel like they're gonna get some fish. And then so they need to go catfish out. Hey, big facts. He said Weston and Steve's group even mentioned they are in holes. Yeah, man. He said get in the water and hey, you know what? See, that's facts right there. Because see, was he knew that. You know what I'm saying? And so look, I didn't know that. You know what I mean? But Waz knew. And so I don't know when it comes down to Wes is everybody, Wes, Steven, all of them, right? When it comes down to all the rest of the survivors, do they know that catfish can live in muddy holes? I don't know. You know what I mean? Woz knew. So shout out to him, you know what I mean? But that's where the knowledge comes from. You feel me? He said, "How the hell you find a toilet in the water?" Hey, I don't know, bro. Bro. Hey, remember? Hey, remember how? Do I have that picture? Let me see if I. Oh, did I delete it? Let me see. Oh no, I have it. Look, remember? This is you're in this type of environment. Okay, so remember this. I wish I can. I wish they had. I wish I had another picture because sometimes they have like abandoned houses, right? I'm gonna see if I can find me another picture so I can show you guys what the abandoned houses are like. Because I think Steve went to an abandoned house and he was like, bro, this stuff looks like a freaking a freaking zombie is gonna come after me in a freaking movie. Like, let me see if I can find a better picture so I can show you the house, like the type of houses that they go into. Let me see if I can find. Oh man, they're not showing me. I'm gonna look on Google. Let me see. Nothing yet. Nothing. No, they're not showing me nothing, bro. Damn. Oh man. No, they not showing. They not showing me nothing. I wish I could show y'all, man. But yeah, the houses, bro, don't even. It don't look. The house would look scary. Not gonna lie. If it was at night, okay, okay, there's no way I'm going inside any of them houses. But I'm gonna tell you. Oh, here's something. Let me see. Okay, okay, hold on. All right, let me look. Okay, here it is. Let me see. This is something. I'm gonna show you this picture right here, bro. And then you guys can get like a little. If you guys don't watch the show, you guys can get a little bit of a glimpse of what I'm talking about here. Okay, so let me zoom in. Oh, hold on. All right. Let me zoom in. All right, let me upload this picture, man, because I want Goat James to see what I'm talking about. You feel me? I want to Goat James to know what I'm talking about. All right. So let me let me do this right quick, man. All right. So anyway, Steve, what was that? Hold on. All right, here we go. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. Upload, fool. Dang, this thing's slow. All right, here we go. Here, da-da-da-da, da-da-da. Photo library. All right, upload. Okay, here we go. Watch this. This is the type of right here. Now they have different kinds. There it is right there. Now look, there you see that right there. Now look, they got different kinds. They actually have actual homes where they just look beat up like this. Okay. Now this is the aerial view. Okay, of like something. This looks like a barn maybe, or I don't know. I don't know what this is, right? You know what I mean? But like I don't know, but some type of like warehouse maybe or something like that. But they have actual houses, okay, actual homes where and it looks just like this. It's all jacked up, bro. It's all run down, beat up, man, burnt up, right? It's not it's not pretty. Okay. Okay, it's not pretty. All right, now again, some look like this completely, like, you know what I mean, like you you're I don't know how they find anything like this, you know what I mean, like it's just it's insane. It's insane how they find material, man. But this is why you got to think outside the box. You know what I mean? But yeah. So anyway, stuff like this, bro. I don't know how they survive like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. So anyway, so that's how Waz ended. Waz, you got actual homes, but they all burnt up and jacked up. But Waz ended up finding like a toilet, and that's he was in there. You know what I mean? So he shout out to him, bro, thinking outside the box. You feel me? So that's the rundown shit. That's what I'm saying. But they have actual. I wish Google can have actual home. They have actual houses, bro, like 1-story homes. You know what I mean? And it looks just like that though. You know what I mean? It's just all jacked up, spider webs everywhere, things like, you know what I mean? Freaking zombie world, like, you know what I mean? Apocalyptic world. You feel me? So that's just how it is, bro. So anyway, uh, so that's where we found this toilet at. But so where I was going with that. So shout out to Steve, of course. Steve and West, they built that. Now here's the thing: Miranda's feeling weak, and she needs some food. No, Steve and West knows this, so they're trying their best to get some food, right? West went out hunting, you know what I mean, and yeah, it just, Steve also went out hunting, and they also went fishing. They just couldn't bring anything. And so, the next day, Miranda, it wasn't feeling better. You know what I mean? She hasn't eaten in so long. She's tiny. You know what I mean? And she hasn't eaten this. I think she said this is probably one of the longest times, one of the longest times where she went um, without food. So yeah, not looking good for her, man. And so they called back the medic again, and they had to tap her. They had to tap her, man. So kind of sucks for Miranda, but yeah, it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? So sucks, sucks. So I'm gonna come back to that group though. I'm gonna come back. Let me move on to Steven's group. Okay, Steven's group. Uh, yeah, he said this is what I was saying. Why aren't you looking for bugs? Yeah, starving. The inspector, yeah, he says, you're starving, man. He said, I'm no survivalist, but if someone's feeling like feeling like that, if anything helps, even ants. Yeah, and that's normally what they do. I know you watched plenty of shows before. Uh, when they're in like a jungle aspect, I've seen them eat maggots. I've seen them eat little berries. I've seen them eat ants. I've seen them eat like tree bark. Like I've seen that. Like there's actual like I didn't even know that. You could actually there's actual tree bark that you can eat. You know what I mean? And it helps you. It feeds you. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I've seen them eat like little like they'll find anything to eat. And I know this is an apocalyptic world. But I mean, the one thing that's what I'm saying. One thing I would give Joe credit for is that he found that big ass moth and he tried to cook it and eat it. He just threw it up, man. You know what I mean? But they did say that moth gives you quite a bit of protein. You know what I mean? So, but he couldn't hold it down. I don't know. He couldn't hold it down, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. If it were me and if I had to eat it like a scorpion or a moth or something like that, uh, you know, I don't know, man. I think I would have to like burn it, like because for me, I can't cook it to where it's like I still know what it is. Like I need to burn it to like where it's crunchy. Like to where I don't know what it is no more. Like it's just all crunchy. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't know, man. Like that's tough. That's tough, bro. He said scorpion. Oh yeah, yeah, the scorpion. Yeah, you know what? Somebody else had a scorpion too. Who was that? It was another group. It was another. I think it was. I know it was. I think Joe caught a scorpion, and it was somebody. Another group's caught a scorpion too. I forgot who it was. But anyway, yeah, I would have to burn it to where it's all crunchy, man. That's because that's tough. You know what I mean? There's solid. Big facts. He said, "Look at Go Jay. I'm gonna eat that scorpion." Yeah, I gotta admit, it's gotta be crunchy for me, bro. I'm telling you, man. Hey, it's gotta be crunchy. You know what I mean? Crunchy to where I don't taste nothing else. All I taste is burnt. You know what I mean? That's gotta be for me, man. Hey, he said put some hot sauce. There ain't no hot sauce. Hey, it's funny. Who? That's what I'm saying. Who? I think it was because somebody was cooking scorpion, and it was as they were eating it, they were saying, "Man, we can really use some salt right now." I think that was Wes. Was it Wes and Teal? I think that was Wes and Teal. I'm sorry, Waz and Teal. I think it was Waz and Teal. But anyway, yeah, they wish they had some salt, but they didn't have no salt, man. So it is what it is. Anyway, let me move on to Steven. So Steven's group, remember Steven, it's Steven, Alexa, and Frank, right? Frank has the bow. He decides he's gonna go hunting, right? Now Steven's getting a little irritated here because he's kind of like, this is like the second time or third time that Frank is going out there to go hunt and he's not bringing back anything. And he keeps telling us every time he comes back, he's like, "Yeah, I was this close. Yeah, I was that close." And it's Steven's like, "Okay, bro, look, I understand you trying, and I get it, but you know what? Maybe I should have a crack at the bow and try to go hunting because you keep coming back talking about you was this close, that close, blah blah." And so Steven's getting a little irritated, right? Well, this time Frank goes out there and he's waiting, he's waiting, he's waiting all day. You know what I mean? Again, I will say this: it's a little cooler today, right? As far as temperature goes, right? It's 99 degrees instead of 106, right? A little cooler, but so he's out there all day. He's waiting behind the bushes. He finally sees a freaking deer, man, or whatever it's called, and then he freaking fires his bow and arrow shot, yakata, right? And then he freaking hits it, and he's like, "Oh, I hit him!" Right? He's all excited. One thing though, one thing though, is that when you freaking go after you hit it, it's gonna run away, right? It's already hard to shoot the bow and arrow and hit whatever your target is, right? It's also hard to find the target after you hit it. because that thing runs away, and that thing can run away for a long time. Remember, it was what was that? It was Last One Standing where Matt, I think Matt and Laura hits. He had a pig, and they couldn't find the pig no more. The pig was just gone. You know what I mean? So, thank you, antelope. God damn, I keep saying deer, antelope. Thank you, go James. But yeah. So anyway, he knew he hit it, man. And then so anyway, he went to go search for it. Now he's tracking the blood. There's blood on the floor, right? So he's tracking it. You know what I mean? And so he's looking for it. He's looking for it. And it took him a while. Took him a while. He found, and then it's funny. He found his bow and arrow. His At least a piece of it broke off. And he was like, okay, well, I gotta be close because this is the piece of my bow and arrow, right? So then he starts searching, he's searching. Luckily, he ended up finding it. Luckily, you know what I mean? So shout out to Frank. Okay, Frank, he finds it, man. He's all like, oh. so shout out to Frank, man. Tracking, yeah, big facts. And you know what? It's always gets so nervous when they try. Yeah, and you know what? That shout out to the editing team on this part because not gonna lie to you, bro. As he was tracking it, they started showing the lions. Right, the lions were like, oh. They showed the lion's head peek up, like, I'm gonna go get that. Like, I'm pretty sure. Again, editing, right? I'm pretty sure the lions were nowhere near him at that moment, but the editing team made it look like, oh, hold on, that lion better go get that. You know what I mean? So but anyway, so finally he finds it, right. He's all screaming, ah, right. He picks it up, man. He fireman's carries it all the way back to camp. You know what I mean? And then he screams out, "We got dinner!" Right? Shout out to him, man. Alexa and freaking Stevens, like, whoa! Now, hey, you know what's funny or weird is that Alexa said that she didn't eat any meat since she was 13 years old. Bro, she looks like she's in her 30s. No disrespect. I hope she's in her 30s. If she's 22, I'm sorry. All right. But she looked like she's in her 30s, right? And so no disrespect. But I'm just saying, you haven't eaten meat since you were 13? Damn. All right. Well, she's eating meat tonight. Okay. So anyway, they carved the freaking antelope out, took out the guts, man. You know what I mean? Took out the ribs and stuff like that. They carved it up, man. Beautiful, man. You know what I'm saying? They laid the meat, the nice little strips of meat. You know what I'm saying? Around the branches, man. They started cooking it. They started eating that night, bro. It was lovely. You know what I mean? Shout out to Frank for that kill. You know what I mean? Shout out to Frank, man. But so anyway, going back to Wes's group. Okay, now Wes's group is feeling again. Miranda, she got tapped out, unfortunately, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just she couldn't take it no more. You know what I mean? She just couldn't take it no more, man. And, they called the medical team back, and Miranda was just they were telling Miranda, yeah, she's not it's not working, it's not working. So Miranda had to get tapped out. She didn't want to go. It sucked for her, man. She was like, damn, I ain't trying to go, man. You know what I mean? And so yeah, it kind of sucks. She ended up getting tapped out. They medically tapped her out, man. It just it's the eating, man. You know what I mean? The eating just when you don't eat when you don't eat for that long, you get weak. You know what I mean? And so you're drinking water, but you know it's just you got to eat. You got to eat, man. So she couldn't take it. So they medically tapped her out. So she's out of there, man. So now it's just Wes, Steve, and Kale's left, right? So hey, big facts. Big facts. She eats me as wow. Go James. So anyway, so anyway, so anyway, Steve and Wes, they're still out there trying to hunt, man. They trying to hunt some antelope, man. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Trying to fish, and it's just not working. Yeah, they just can't get a grips on any type of food, right? And so now all of a sudden, Kale start to feel a little wheezy. Kale start to feel a little, you know, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm not going there, bro. I'm not going there. that's hey, that's Goat James' fault. That is Goat James' fault. I am not going there. Okay, Goat James. Okay, hey, save that for the group chat. All right. Anyway, anyway, so so Kels is starting to feel a little wheezy, right? She hasn't eaten either. You know what I mean? And so now Steve and Wes is like, damn, we got to get something. You know what I mean? Now we about to lose another one. They not trying to lose another one. So Hey man, hey, I'm not. Damn it, Goat James, you killing me, bro. You're killing me. So, so anyway, so so Kels is starting feeling wheezy. So Steve and West go out there. They're trying to do something, man. Trying to bring back any type of food, man. They come back with nothing, And all of a sudden, Kels is like, "Well, I can't. What do you want me to do? I haven't eaten in 7 to 8 days. Like I'm hungry as hell. Like you know what I mean? And so, uh, nothing, nothing. So I gotta now I can put this on your screen right here. This is the updated roster or updated list here, updated competitors, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, man. Amber already left. We knew that. Russ already left. And then the new ones, Miranda and Kale, is now out of there. Kale decided she can't take it no more. And so yeah, she's done. She's done, man. Um, Sucks. It really sucks. I thought being in this type of environment, man, is got to be tough. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be tough, bro. So now all we got is Waz, Steven, and Wes. Those, of course, are your group leaders, right? You got Frank, you got Alexa, you got Joe, Steve, and Teal left. There's only two more females left, and so yeah, it sucks, man. And then so now with Waz, it's Waz and Teal. They're in the group. It's Steven, Frank, and Alexa. That's the only three uh groups of three left. Is Steven, Frank, and Alexa. That's it. So yeah, and then you got Wes and Steve now. That's it. And then of course Joe, he just by himself. So yeah, man, it's hot. You're hungry. You know what I mean? And you know what I thought? I thought I would see more hangry. You know how people get when they hungry as hell, right? It's hot, they're miserable. They just start to get frustrated about anything. They just start to get angry with everything, right? It's called hangry, right? I thought I would see more of that. You know what I mean? But hey, yeah, I haven't seen a lot of that. So yeah, sucks. But yeah. So I mean, look, we started off with what we started off with? How many? One, two, three, 12. We started off with 12, and now we're down to one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. We lost four. We lost four people. So and here's the thing. I'm not even done yet because there's something else happened at the end of this show where another person might be tapping out, man. So anyway, again, I told you guys I wasn't gonna be live that long because I gotta go pick up my son in a minute. But from school. But so anyway, shout out to Frank, of course. They get the meet, man. They do their thing. Now, little thing happened tonight. Now, here's the thing. It's funny because they let me get this let me get this off the screen right quick. So 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 they laid antelope. The antelope was huge, right? Alexa was like, yeah, I got it, right? They stripped the meat. They got the meat hanging everywhere, right? All around their boma. That night, they had a little encounter, right? They're all asleep, right? And all of a sudden they hear like a little rumbling, right? And so Steven wakes up and he's all like, "What the hell is that?" And it's rumbling around like the cars, because they put their boma around like cars that is like again beat up, burnt up cars, right? Whatever, right? And so they start to hear a little rumbling, you know what I mean? And Steven wakes up, he gets his camera, right? And he's like, 'cause the camera got like night vision on it, right? So he's looking, he don't see anything, but he hears it. Well, you got meat laying around. You got lions, right? Remember, at the end of the show, freaking who was that? Waz and Teal, they went out of their boma and saw lion footprints, like at least like a 15 feet away from their boma. Lions are walking around. All right. So if you got this nice juicy meat hanging, what do you think? And it's a lot. It's not a bro. It's not a few. It's bro. It's like I would say I would say they probably had like 50 pieces of meat like this size hanging everywhere, right? And then you had this big chunk of just bloody ribs from the freaking antelope that's just hanging, bro. Lions is coming. They right. So anyway, yeah. Little. a little scary for them. Okay, that night, man. You know what I mean? So so yeah, that happened with them, and then so that was it for Stevens Group. Again, I wanted to shout out. I had the show really focused more on Stevens Group because of that kill, right? And then of course it focused more on Wes's group because well he got two tap outs. I mean, two tap outs in one group, bro. Like that's tough. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's I mean like that's pretty much it, man. Again I love the show. I think the show is definitely um on the right track as far as it being its first season. I think I don't and it's gotta be tough because we're seeing tap outs left and right. Now I will say this when it comes down to and let me put this on your screen. I will say this because a lot of people were not surprised at Amber and Russ because for some reason a lot of people say that Amber and Russ, bro, they tap out a lot. Like they tap out like all the time, right? So a lot of people were not surprised by Amber and Russ tapping out. You know what I mean? I think there was one guy put in the comments before. I seen it on social media, and he was like, "Bro, why do they keep bringing Russ back on the show?" He was like, "I applied for Naked and Afraid so many times, and they have not responded to me, and I'm getting pissed off that they keep bringing this punk Russ back, and he keeps tapping out." Hey, hey, man, look, Russ, hey, again, that's not my comment. That's just what I saw. Okay, but hey, it's got to be tough out there, man. Again, we're talking about an apocalyptic type of environment, bro. You know what I mean? It's hot as hell. You feel me? So it's got to be tough, man. But yeah, man. And shout out to the bandwagon, bro. Shout out to the bandwagon. I appreciate you showing up, showing some love. You feel me? There you go. He gonna take it. And you go, oh wow. You're gonna take it, and you're gonna. Oh no. See, here we go with the bandwagon. Yo, oh man, appreciate you showing up, Cuba, man. Appreciate you showing up, Cuba. I got you, man. Y'all make sure y'all go sub to Rundown Productions. You know what I'm saying? Rundown Game. I'm sorry, hold on. Let me do it right. Rundown Productions is the name. Rundown Gaming is the game, and Rundown Wrestling is the fame. You feel me? Or you know what? Maybe I should change it to is his fame. I think I like that better. Rundown Wrestling is his fame. I don't know. Is I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah. But if you're looking for a Rundown Productions link, okay, hit the description. Okay, on this video, scroll down. You're gonna see Rundown Productions, the YouTube channel right there, man. That's his YouTube channel, man. Go subscribe to him, bro. Real talk. So yeah, man. So anyway, that was again. We two tap outs, and Des Spector said earlier, they dropping they dropping, bro. They drop it. I don't and like you said, I don't know how many episodes it's gonna be. I mean, bro, we quick series exactly. It could be. I don't. We're barely on episode. What is this? Episode 3 or 4, right? And we're barely on day 11. We're barely on day 11, and we're down to 8 people. And I'm sorry. Let me say this: what happened at the end of this episode, right? Waz and Teal they show Waz and Teal, and Waz and Teal are updating, they're upgrading their shelter, right? And all of a sudden, Teal is working with some wires, and it smacks her in the face, and all of a sudden now her eye is jacked up. They call the medic out there, and the medic is saying that her eye is pretty pinkish, pretty reddish, and now her freaking eye is messed up. I'm like, oh my goodness, bro. Now there was no tap out with Teal, but I'm not gonna lie to you. They showed a glimpse of the next episode, and I didn't see her. I did not see her, man. I saw Alexa. They showed a lot of Alexa, and they showed other people, but I was waiting because when they show a little preview of the next episode, I was waiting for them to show Teal because that when Teal hit her eye, she made a little eye patch, right? And then the medical team said that they're gonna they gave her some little drops for her eye, and they're gonna monitor it, right? And so I was like, okay, preview next episode. Where's Teal? I didn't see her. I didn't see her, man. So she might be gone. So now, bro, oh my God, you might be looking at Waz being by himself. Joe's already by himself. I don't know how Joe is gonna survive, being by himself. I mean, he's done it before, but yeah, I don't know how he's gonna survive. But anyway, I'm Waz. I'm not too worried about Waz. Waz, he's a Mr. 10.0, right? You know what I mean? So I'm not worried about Waz. Waz can handle himself by himself. But Joe gonna be by himself. Waz potentially by himself, and then you got Wes and Steve in a group of two, and then of course you got Steven, Frank, and Alexa. They are the last group of three, and they just got fed, right? They just ate some good meat, right? So they're gonna last a little longer. Um, I think the show. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I think this show. I think it's gonna have to move it along here. Like I think because remember they said that they had to migrate like 35. Was it? I think it was I don't know. Well, 35 days, but oh no, it was like how many miles? It was like 80 miles, right, or something like that to civilization, something like that, right? So I'm not gonna lie to you. Because of this, they're gonna have to speed this along. Because I don't. It's already difficult to be out there in that setting, in that environment, right? It's got to be more difficult to be out there by yourself. So I think because people are dropping, I think they're gonna have to give them a little. I don't know what they do. Give them a little scroll or something like that. Tell them to migrate to a certain section. You gotta pick up your gear and migrate to another section. Maybe further along because yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe Joe they can combine groups. Joe can be with Wes and Steve. You know what I mean? If Waz is by himself, maybe he can move along to another group. You know what I'm saying? So um or maybe Joe can meet up with Waz. Maybe they're gonna do that. You know what I mean? Something like that, bro. But they're gonna have to they gotta have to do something because bro, they dropping like zombies. Okay, they dropping like zombies, bro. So and there ain't gonna be that many left. Hey, I don't know if I don't know if anybody's gonna make it to day 35. I mean, bro, and they're moving along really, really slow. You know, normally, and I figured this out when I was as I watched a lot of Naked and Afraid shows. Normally, when when they go slow in days and there's not that much time left, that means that just everybody just tapped out and they didn't complete the challenge. Normally that's what that means. Um, but they're on like episode 4 and it's day 11. So I mean, if they do 35 days, they're on day 11. I mean, oh, what is that? That's like 24 more days. They got 24 more days, and we're on episode 4 or 5. There's only I'm pretty sure there's only maximum 10 episodes at max. So if we're on 4 or 5 and you got 24 days left, you need to speed this along a little bit speed this along a little more, right? But but yeah, so anyway, we'll see what happens. Again, I'll watch every episode, man. So I'll be live next week for episode I think 4. I think it's episode 4. But I think Teal may be gone, y'all. That's another red X. That's another red X, man. Unfortunately, man. So yeah, she may be up out of there, man. So yeah, it's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good. So come back next week, man. That's it for me. I know I told you guys it wasn't gonna be that long of a show. So come back next week. I will go live again. I wanna man, I'm a Google that Outlast show and see what when season 3 comes out because I definitely want to go live for that. So I need to watch season 1 and 2 before season 3 come out. So I can get familiar with the contenders. Just in case somebody comes back, for season 3, I want to know who it is and I want to know their backstory and things like that. So, but yeah, I want to watch season 1 and 2 and I want to see if anytime season 3 come out, I'm gonna go live for that because I do like that show so far. It's pretty dope. So anyway, appreciate everybody joining us on Rated R for reviews. Hit the like button if you haven't yet. I appreciate that. Subscribe, of course, if you're new, man. We'll be back next week, and that's it for me. I'm out of here, man. That's it, y'all. Yeah, yeah.